Good afternoon and welcome back to Small Town Big Mouths. This is your favorite bartender, Nikki.
And I'm just going to say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening because we don't know when you're listening, Nick.
Well, it's my evening. I don't even know. Did I say good morning?
You said good afternoon.
Whatever.
Hi, this is Misty, a.k.a. Dolce, and welcome back.
We're missing Amber today. She's gone in Vegas.
She's drunk.
She's on a plane home, but she could still be drunk. That could possibly be.
100%.
So Misty wanted to start off today with talking about.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go.
You threw me through a loop, and I was trying to look something up about it. So go ahead.
Oh yeah, you can continue on while I tell
Okay.
people. But so this is what I thought was really crazy, and I want to soundbite this because I want your feedback. I want to hear from you. I want comments because I run an Airbnb and I host travel nurses. And right now, it has been desolate for a month. And it's never been like this. Like ever since, even prior to COVID, I've always had it rented out. And maybe I'll have 1 week at the most. And I mean, I have shot the numbers up and still I'm rented. Well, because it's been, 2-3 weeks, I'm like, okay, let me go in. Let me drop the rates, Maybe that's what I have to do. Drop the rates, still nothing. And I'm like, this is so weird. Checking all my settings. I'm live. My unit's live, right? And so I'm just tripping out because I'm not even getting people, chiming in and asking questions, okay? So I'm telling my friends about this and people I know, and they say to me, oh yeah, don't you know it's an election year? I'm like, oh, yeah, and? Like,
Right.
So what, So I'm tripping out because they're like, yeah, as it gets closer, which would be November,
Yes.
like more and more people strap down and things don't move because they're all waiting to see.
So they hunker down and don't spend money, don't work, what?
That's what I don't know. That's why I'm like, I want to hear from you guys. Like,
Yeah, because you rent to mostly travel nurses.
yeah, but I've rented to construction workers. I rent to, anybody really.
Right.
But
the majority of your
longer.
business is for travel nurses.
Yeah. But the honestly, for people that don't live in California, you probably have heard we're trying to do a high-speed rail and it's going to take, 50 years, but we're doing it. And so I get even the guys working on the high-speed rail. Nothing.
That's crazy. And when we were talking about this before we got on, I still can't remember, but I remember something. I was doing something or I said something and someone was like, oh yeah, well, because it's an election year. And I was like, okay. And I know there's connotations that come with it being an election year, but what exactly are those? Because I tried to look it up right now and it's all about stocks and stuff. So that's what it's basically telling me, stuff about stocks. There's do interest rates go down during election year? Do stocks, something about stocks, blah, blah, blah. But there's nothing, and I don't feel like I was talking about fucking stocks to somebody. So whatever I was talking about, they were like, oh yeah, blah, 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 an election year. I don't think it was gas going down.
Did we hear about gas?
Yeah. Because I know I just got gas the other day and it was like $3.85.
Which that's good, right?
It's cheap.
I drive a Tesla. I have
Yeah.
no idea.
Yeah, no, that's actually really cheap. And that wasn't even at Costco. It was at just a gas station down the street. So,
and I've heard that because we're going into the election year. So
Right.
gas prices drop.
Right. But I guess Misty's question is, you guys, okay, what happens during election year? And we're not talking about stocks. What happens that people stop renting, I guess, Airbnbs or traveling or going out? I haven't seen any change in the bar business though.
Okay.
These are kids. They don't care.
Yeah. They can care less. The election year, what?
Yeah. They're like, can we get a drink there? Cool. On it.
Okay. And so I'm just going to end it there.
Okay.
We'll keep it short with the news piece.
Yeah. So if we can get Amber to do a soundbite of this little conversation, we can throw it on TikTok and maybe some people can chime in to what does that saying mean to you? Oh, it's because it's an election year. What does that mean? Prices are cheaper. You don't do something. Inflation rates are going to go down. What does that saying say to you? What does it mean?
Because I've never said that.
Right.
In my whole life. Oh, because it's election year. I just don't think like that, I guess.
I know I've heard it. I just don't know what it was in connotation to. What we were talking about, what the context of our whole... Because like I said, everything on the internet says stocks, but I am not talking to someone about stocks, I promise you. And I guarantee you whatever I was talking about, it was at the bar. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Very curious.
Yeah.
All right.
So chime in for that, guys.
Yes.
So now on to we're missing Amber today, as we already said, but it's okay because Misty and I a few weeks ago did something really fun.
For the first time.
It was our first time for both of us. And did you have fun?
I actually did.
We both had fun.
Oh, good. You did too.
Yeah.
It
was speed dating. Yeah. Because afterwards I feel like we went across and got a drink and then we were kind of a little tipsy and then we all went home.
Yeah.
So we haven't really seen, and then Misty's missed our last episode. So she wasn't here the last 2 episodes, which we recorded in one day. And so that's why, this is our first chance to see each other.
Yes.
So with that being said, yes, I had fun. It was, so you date online.
Yes.
And I date online.
Yep.
So the thing with online dating is, do you find this a lot? I'll match with someone, okay? And then I don't hear a fucking single thing from them. Not even a hello, how are you? Nothing. We just matched. Okay, cool. Now my job is done. What? Suck my dick? I don't know.
Wait, so are you talking which app are you talking about?
Any of them.
No, but with Bumble you have to
Okay,
reach out
yeah,
first.
with Bumble, yes. But I'm talking about like Hinge or like Facebook dating.
But you match on Bumble.
Yeah.
Let's go back. You reach out and then they don't even say anything back?
Sometimes they don't.
Really?
Yeah, it's weird.
Then why fucking match
Yeah,
with
that's
me?
what I'm saying. There was one guy on Facebook dating. He was really cute. And so like I matched with him, right?
Oh, that's right. You do Facebook.
I matched. I swiped on him. Well, he had already swiped on me because you can tell like if you swipe first and it just kind of like sits there until they swipe and then you match.
Okay.
So I swiped and it said, oh, you're a match. So he had already matched with me. So I swipe. I wait a couple days, nothing. So I'm like, hi, hello, how are you?
Because Facebook, only Bumble is where we have to reach out
Yes,
first. So
yes.
he has to reach, or he should because he's the guy.
Well, he just should.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So,
But he was cute. So I thought, okay. So I'm like, hi,
fuck
hello,
it,
how are you?
I'm gonna
So
ask
then
him,
nothing happens. So then I wait like another day and I'm like, oh man, I'm like, did you swipe right and you meant to swipe left? Because I fucking done that too, guy. And he was just, and then he came back. He was like, you're funny. And I was like, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to fucking understand why we matched. I said hello and then nothing. It took me asking you some dumb question for you to like, but I think he won't listen to this. I don't think he's very smart.
I know. He's not the smartest. Wait, the sharpest tool in the shed.
Yeah.
I say that one.
I just don't think he was very smart. But let's talk about our speed dating.
Okay.
So
yes, I do online, you do online.
Yes.
Okay. So are you going to do a comparison with speed dating to this?
Well, I think that's what I started to say was
Yeah.
it's just nicer speed dating. That's what I was going to say because they're not saying hi and ignoring you. They're sitting at your fucking table.
And you know they're real.
Yes. You know exactly what they look like. Mm-hmm. Right. She gave us like a bingo card. Mm-hmm. And so you could play bingo. And I know Misty cheated because the thing was you could only ask 2 questions off the bingo sheet.
Oh. What kind of
I think you were asking like the guys all the questions, like each guy you were asking him all the questions. My understanding was, and now maybe I'm wrong too, was that you could only ask each person 2 questions.
Maybe so.
So, but you won, and it doesn't matter. You won free line dancing, whatever.
Which I gave away. But if the 2 questions, I think you're right because it was like if you get stuck and you don't have anything to say.
Right.
We got this little bingo card. You could use these questions.
No, bitch, I was playing bingo. They sat down. I'm like, hey, I'm playing bingo. We're going to play this. Are you ready? Yeah. I didn't even give them a chance.
Okay.
It was just easier that way because then I didn't have to like be fake or think of something stupid to say. And like, I don't know, like the first guy, I thought this was easy, right? I'm like, so let's hear our first question. Do you have Netflix? He's like, oh no, I don't have Netflix. And I'm just like, who the fuck doesn't have fucking Netflix?
I don't have Netflix. We talked about this.
I know.
So I was actually, nope, don't have Netflix because I pay for it.
Yeah, you said, yeah, you said that. So the guys that you matched with, okay, so how it works is you can play this bingo thing or not play the bingo thing. At the end of the thing, you get like everyone's name and there's like a yes, no, or coffee. So it's yes, I'd go out with them, no, I wouldn't, or I'd go have coffee with them, right?
Right.
So I'm like, I forgot like from the first one already because there was like 12 dudes. So I'm like walking around. I'm looking at him. I was like, oh yeah, I remember that guy. Okay, that's a no. Yeah, that guy. Okay, we maybe could have coffee. That's what I was doing.
I was forgetting too.
Yeah, and you said you had forgotten. Then I said, hey, I just kind of walked around and looked at him again. You're like, oh, I should have done that because they were all still there.
Yeah. I was like, well, a friend came and I was like, oh, peace out.
And so did you talk to any of the guys? So what happens is if you match with these people, I'm not telling you for you, we know, I'm telling our listeners, if you match with this person, she texts you, the chick that runs it, and says, these are your people that would go out with you. This is your person that would go on a coffee date with you or people or whatever. And then she gives you their numbers, but she also gives them your number.
Yes. And I was telling people that because they're like, oh, you got to reach out first. I go, no. Like, we turn in those cards and those men have their names on theirs. We have our names on ours. And then, which I thought was brilliant.
Right.
And I thought she was very organized.
Oh, no, super organized.
Yeah, because I was talking to other people that have done speed dating and they're like, oh, I like that better.
Yeah.
So however she figured to do it has been better than they've done it in the Valley.
And we have nothing to compare it to because we've never done it. Yeah.
Yeah. So then she has these cards, and obviously if a guy has said second date, but you say no, she's not, that's like nothing. Nothing's happening because you said no. Like you have to say coffee and he has to say coffee.
There was one though that I think I don't know what I put. I maybe I left it blank, and she said this guy would go out with you, but you left it blank. And she goes, so I gave you his number.
Oh, okay.
It was either I couldn't remember who he was.
But then what sucks? Oh, so I had her. I said, can you?
She sent pictures.
Yeah. I said, can you screenshot my form because I put little notes off to the side and I couldn't remember.
Did she send you that?
She did.
Did she send you pictures of people? If you didn't.
No.
Okay. So
that was good that you got pictures.
I said I didn't remember who this person was, and then I got 2 pictures.
Good for her.
Yeah.
So she was taking
off their Facebook.
Oh.
Yeah, because that's how they found her, was on Facebook. So everyone has a Facebook.
I didn't even think to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, that was brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, she's smart. She's got this.
I know.
Yeah.
I loved because it was organized through Facebook. And also what I did here, and I think she told me this, that guys, which I could see this, guys ended up bowing out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And more girls stayed true, because they pay, by the way, so you pay like $10.
Yeah, it was minimal though. Yeah. So I get bowing out, like if you really are like,
no, I'm not going to do this.
So when we walked in, remember the 2 guys, there was like a taller Hispanic guy and a shorter Hispanic guy. And I kept saying, because they were out in the parking lot when we parked, they were, I feel like they were the last 2 people that like on the bottom. I just feel like it was them because they walked in, they looked around, they never ordered anything, and then they left.
Oh, they did the scan of the women.
Yeah.
Like,
and whatever. They were young.
Well, yeah, and we're not.
Yeah.
So, okay. I know.
But the age group was 35 to 50. Okay. And I'm over 50, but I did reach out to her and said, I'm over 50, but I feel like.
But Nikki looked good.
Yeah. I feel like Nikki looked good. And I also feel like I don't date, I mean, I do if they're young and fun and spunky, but I mean, I just feel like 50 is so like, fuck, you're 50. You know what I mean? So yeah, but I feel like those 2 guys were on the ballot and didn't make it.
Probably.
Yeah. So go ahead. So she said that these more women stay.
But they actually showed up because she knew prior to the ones that weren't going to make it, they had told her.
Okay.
And which I think is a courtesy to do. So if you're not going to make it, so for people that have never done this before, because we've never done it, if you want to do this, we had a good time. If you want to do this though, you pay. And if you're not going to make it, the courtesy is you reach out to let them know, because they are literally doing 15 women, 15 men and making sure that it's an even playing field.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So that's the courtesy move. So the guys that did courtesy and say, they were courteous and they said, hey, we're not going to make it. She knew ahead of time. So what I heard though, she goes, I rounded up some friends of mine. She had friends and she messaged them, said, hey, can you just freaking show up? Like, I'll feel bad for these women, 15 of them, and they only get, 9 guys. And
I knew one of them was my ex-husband's sister's boyfriend for like forever and ever.
You
Mark.
said that.
One of his name's not Mark. I want to call him Mark because he reminds me of a guy that I know. I don't remember his name, whatever.
Yeah. No, but then she had like just people that, hey, can you just like almost did her favor? So I don't know that those guys that did her the favor were really into it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah. And I know for sure one of them because I actually circled him and then I went over and talked to him and he was just like, oh yeah, I'm just doing this as a favor to Christine. And I was like, oh, okay. guess I guess we're not having coffee then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I get the understanding what she was trying to do.
Yes.
Because maybe they would have a good time.
Yes.
And they are single.
And they were single.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get that. But these were guys that were like just doing a favor and they weren't really into it. Yeah. But here's my thing. So then people asked me, okay, actually the people I talked to, I didn't come across anybody that enjoyed it. And they're like, oh, you actually liked it?
Really?
I know. And they're like, yeah, no. It's like, no, nobody was my type. Like they had a bad experience. And I said, here's my thing. Not all of them were my type, obviously. I mean, I had a little handful that I was like, okay, I'd go on a coffee date or I'd go on a second date, whatever. But what I liked about it was, holy shit, you in 1 hour, whatever it was, you get, instead of wasting my fucking time and getting ready
right
15 times and going on 15 dates, you know what I'm saying? I got to do it all in 1 hour and little 4-minute segments. That's great.
No, it was perfect.
Fuck.
Except for the one guy. So there was this guy that was sitting at the bar when we got there. This was at Industry Tap Union, okay?
Yeah.
And
shout
it's
out. They did an
shout out
awesome
because
job.
those guys let us put stickers on behind their bar and they were super nice. Mm-hmm. And this was put on by Central Valley Singles. Christine Rogers she runs that group and she did this. She's the one that does the speed dating. Christine Rogers, Central Valley Singles is the Facebook page. So we're sitting there and we walk in and Misty's like, oh, that guy's kind of cute. I bet he's not going to be in on it. And I look over and I see the pamphlet and I'm like, oh no, he's in on it. I goes, look, he has the pamphlet right there. And so when you order a drink at the bar, the bartender doesn't take your card. He takes your name. So the guy says, oh, I'm going to make up a name. He said, my name's Joe. And I go, look, his name is Joe. He's going to be in on it. So Joe fucking sits down at my table, you guys. And I am just like, he sits down and I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to play this bingo. I'm trying to win, da, 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 da. And I said, so I'm going to ask you some questions. So I don't remember what the first thing I asked him was, but he answered it. And then I'm just kind of went off the bingo thing. And I was like, so what do you do for a living? And he was like, oh, you're not supposed to ask people that. And I'm like, what? And he goes, you don't ask people what they do for a living at a speed dating event. And I was like, okay. And I'm just thinking to myself, well, why the fuck not? Of course I'm going to ask you what are the questions.
I'm not going to go out with a jobless dude.
Yeah. But also what are the questions when you're dating someone? Like when you meet them, like when you're on a date.
He was on a high horse for sure.
Yeah. He was seriously. And he was from San Francisco, which is fine. I mean, whatever. And then I go, why don't we talk about what you do? I still am dumbfounded. Okay. And he goes, well, it would take longer than 4 minutes for me to explain to you what I do. And I looked at him and I go,
you must be jobless.
I'm like this. I go, I'm a bartender. 1 second, done.
I know, that's it.
I was just like,
but he was the guy, because I remembered him too. And he said to me, he's like, honestly, I'm not here for all of this.
Yes.
He's like, I want to start my own. So she does single, what's her page called?
It's called Central Valley Singles.
So he wants to start his own speed dating concept or business, whatever it is. And
Guy, you'd be terrible. You have no fucking personality.
I know, he'd be terrible. And he's like, I'm only here, like basically like we were there for content for the podcast,
Yes.
but we had fun.
Yes.
And we're single, why not?
Yes.
And he was there for content because he wants to get this business going. But I was like, well, enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
Jeez.
We were having fun.
Yeah.
He was not having fun. And he also told me, sitting at my table, that this wasn't his first time speed dating.
Oh, he's done it a lot.
Oh, yeah. And I've never matched with anybody. That's what he said. Well, and I was like, shocking. You've never matched with anyone? Well, you're such a fucking personality.
We ended up texting a little bit and then just fell
that
off.
Guy?
Yeah. because listen,
he was one of your matches?
Yeah, because after it's all said and done, remember she just sends you their names.
Yes.
And these guys will do coffee. This guy will do something. And I'm not remembering who's who. You know what I mean? But
I'll never forget his name.
Yeah, but then I did, because when we were because initially, like I just have, you know how you have a little phone number at the top without their name?
Yes.
And then as we were talking, I was saying, which one is this one again? I look back and I matched it. Because I know his name now too.
Yeah.
I knew it when we talked. And I went, oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like,
and I think I told
cancel.
you we matched. I think I did.
You might have.
Yeah.
We did talk the next day about who we matched, and some of them were the same. And then my friend Heather was there, and she had a guy that was the same.
Did she end up going out with him?
She ended up going out with 2 guys.
From speed dating?
Yes.
I went out with nobody.
Me either.
I didn't even do coffee.
Me either.
What the fuck? Oh my God. Okay. off the pod, I need to know about this. 'Cause I don't know Heather. I don't know if Heather be cool.
Oh no, I don't know what happened. I know
I
she
want
went,
to know the names though.
she went out on the date with the first guy, and then she went out on a date with the second guy that you knew. You knew him.
I knew him.
Yeah, you knew him. Maybe she knew him. I don't know.
See?
Someone knew him.
Someone.
Whatever.
Off the pod, we're going to talk about this because I definitely want to know more.
I don't know. That's all I have.
Yeah. Oh, damn.
We don't have to be off the pod because that's all I know.
Shit.
So you didn't reach out to anyone?
I did initially. Actually, funny thing is, in that regard, same as the online dating. They're giving your number too.
Yes.
So I'm old school. Okay. I want them to reach out to me first. And I will say not one did. Not one.
Really?
Yes.
One did for me before I even remember we talked and you'd gotten your list first. And I was like, I had to reach out to her she had the wrong phone number for me.
Oh, is that what happened?
But what was weird was she said she had the wrong phone number for me, but I got a text from a dude before she even texted me my list. This is so-and-so from last night.
Yes. Which is
Lee.
Which is weird.
Right. Because the other guy, the one that we both agreed he was maybe a little effeminate and maybe we wouldn't date him, but he'd be a fun person to go have coffee with.
Uh-huh.
Do you remember who I'm speaking of?
No.
Okay. I have a picture of him and I'll show
please,
you.
Yeah, after, please.
Yes. So he texted me and said, is this Nikki? Your number, something about your number, blah, blah, blah. Like maybe my number was wrong a couple times. Is this the right number or did they get your number correct? So I thought that was weird that she noted there was a number correction for me, but this guy messaged me. I don't know. My phone number is on Facebook. So I don't know. Maybe he found me there. I don't know.
That is strange. And no one did end up first.
Yeah. I
ended up reaching them. But okay, this is great stuff. This is where my therapy with this podcast comes in. I have zero patience. I have zero patience.
I don't blame you.
So I'm like, oh, okay. They got your number too. Okay, cool. So I waited. I didn't do it right away, but I waited maybe, I don't know, 3 hours. See, and other people are like 3 hours, that's nothing. But to me, 3 hours is a lot. You've now been given my number. I just met you the night before, right? It was the night before, right?
Yes.
Okay. The night before. You should. Maybe you wait an hour. I don't know. But she'd be like, hey, from last night, I just got your number. But I waited 3 hours, nothing. And I'm like, okay, well, fuck it. I guess I'll do it. Which again, it's like, that bothers me.
Right.
I'm already annoyed. I'm like, but I have zero patience. So I do it because I'm just about let's get the show on the road. Is this going to be anything? Because I'm a turn 'em and burn 'em kind of girl.
Right.
You know what I mean?
If it's not, then let's go.
Yeah.
What are we doing? You know what I mean?
What are we doing? And I was just thankful because in my mind, I thought, okay, if nothing comes from this, we got content for the podcast.
Right.
Yeah. So that's where I was kind of sitting with it. Yeah.
And so you did reach out to the guy, Joe.
I did.
Joe, as
Joe.
we'll call him.
All of them. And all of them ended up responding.
Okay.
Yeah. I think one did not.
But no dates with any of them.
No, because I'm not going to ask you on a date.
Right.
So it
never went that way.
Never went that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm so I'm very much, I'm a strong woman that is so feminine. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I battle with this because I can be intimidating to guys and, all these things oh, you probably want to be equal. No, I want you to hold the door open. I want you to pick up the check. No, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I battle with that because I'm over here without the patience, I'm a go-getter. I'm strong. But at the same time, okay, I already put myself out there. I reached out to you first, bro. So why don't you now lead the conversation? And you start asking questions about me, getting to know me. And then if everything is still going good from what we saw last night, we saw each other in person. So obviously there was a physical attraction. Then let's take me on a coffee date or take me on a date,
Right. And how easy would it be to ask you out because they've already met you?
Right. And you apparently put on your little form too. I did.
Yeah. We match. Let's just call it that. You swiped right. I swiped right. And you've already met me in person. Yeah. That should be so easy.
And it was so speedy. And you obviously made it where it's okay, I want to get to know you further.
Right.
So it's hey, we matched. So when's a good night for you? I want you to go in like that.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Right. As it should be,
I don't
because
want the small talk.
well, you've cut out the middleman already. You've already met. That's like the whole, for me, when I go on a date, that's the whole thing. Like I'm like sick. Like if I haven't met this person in like real life, I'm like, okay, I'm not going to go. Okay. Are they going to come over here? Am I going to meet him some, like I'm ill because I don't know what to do. And then I'm like, how can I get myself out of this if I get there and this guy's a total, like I don't like him. He's
I just got hatfished.
Yeah.
I did.
Okay.
Hatfish is a thing.
Explain to the listeners what that is, because I have never heard anyone say that. My ex-husband used to say it was false advertisement.
True story. Hatfished means, it's like everybody's heard the term catfish.
Yes.
You know what that means. Hatfish is where every guy, or the guy in every photo is wearing a hat. And I'm not physically attracted to bald men. That's not that I wouldn't fall for a bald man, but my initial is like, this is where I'm at in life. Okay. That's just, and there's a lot of.
So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Do you, if they don't have any pictures without a hat on, do you swipe left?
So because I've been hatfished before, yes. So
then how did this happen?
So when I first got on, I didn't know about hat fishing. I didn't know about a lot of things. I know now I want to see your eyes, I want to see your teeth, and I want to see your head.
Yes.
These are the three things.
I would like to see your feet too, if at all possible, because that also grosses me out. But
yeah,
I'll be all right.
Oh, you're a foot person.
I'm not a foot person. I just don't like you to have gross feet.
Icky feet. Which we're never going to fucking see online dating though.
I know. It's
Unless
a problem
sometimes
for me.
A dude is like a surfer. And he's like on the beach and you happen to see his feet. You know what I mean? And then Nikki's over here zooming in.
I'm like, zoom in. What? Are your toenails clipped? They're just,
Oh, God.
Because you're going to go get in bed with this person and they're going to put their feet on you.
Their dirty ass toenails.
I am so like, there was a guy, I did not see his feet for like the longest time. And then when I did, and we were already dating and we were
fuck.
Yeah. And he would put his feet on me and I was just like, oh my God. And I just would lay there and like not move. And then I would be like, your feet are cold. Get them off me.
You got the ick.
Yeah.
You got the ick.
We didn't stay together much longer because
obviously
the fucking feet did me in.
I mean, was it okay? Well, back up. So let's go to the hatfish, right? So initially,
But this guy,
I know what happened was you forget because you
forgot you got hatfish.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because what happened?
You just thought he was cute.
And what happens is like you get on there and you're just fucking. I don't know about you, but sometimes I am just in just like swipe mode.
Yeah.
It's like left, right. I'm not even looking at shit. I'm like so fucking bored. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, that's exactly
I'm like
me.
Watching a show and swiping, not even looking.
I'm just like.
Yeah. Nikki's over here like, we don't look at our phones. We're just swiping. We don't even know if we're swiping. Right?
Yeah. That's what I meant with that guy. Like,
Yes.
oh, did you accidentally swipe right? Because you didn't fucking say nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because that can happen.
Exactly. I've done it. Have you ever done that?
Yeah.
I do it on Facebook dating all the time. And then I'm like, oh my God. And then they match and I'm like, block.
Yeah. No. Delete conversation. Delete this. Yes. 100%.
Okay. So the hat fishing.
It happened again because I didn't pay attention that he had a fucking hat on every photo. And so here I go to meet him and I didn't even recognize him. And
she says she walked right past him, you guys.
I know. And, somebody's here. Amber must have arrived.
Amber's back.
Threw us off, our mojo off.
She threw us off, but we were talking about getting hatfished.
Yes. And I said, then I ended up going, oh, it's me. Okay. And it was actually a decent date. And I was like, oh, fuck, maybe I shouldn't be so shallow. Because had I, been shallow, I wouldn't have met this person. But then I guess at the end of the day, you want what you want. And I just don't want I'm not a ball. I'm not attracted.
Right.
I can probably end up falling for one. But
Where,
just like you,
I said, I like bald guys, but I also don't want them, like I have to see, I said, I have to see their head in their pictures. No. I want to see their eyes, their teeth. If I could, I'd like to see their feet, but I understand. This isn't foot finders. But because we missed that part. Yeah.
Because so Nikki has a thing about feet.
Yes.
And I was like,
it's not a foot fetish,
No.
I want your feet to not be gross because you're putting them on me.
So for guys
In
that
bed.
are adventurous,
gotcha.
maybe take pictures like of you standing in your flip flops so we can zoom in and see.
Yeah. Something.
And glasses.
Yeah.
Glasses off on at least
yeah.
one.
Yeah, because I don't want you to have a crazy eye.
I've been catfished like that.
What?
The crazy eye.
No, he just wore sunglasses, and so like your eyes make your face.
Oh, so what did they look like under?
I mean, he was decent looking, but I was like, oh,
Because it changes.
it
them.
changes, and
guy
that wasn't
can
what I
look-
was expecting.
A guy can look hot with shades on and take them off. It's like bug eyes.
Kind of just like the hat thing.
Yeah. Because, listen, you can take your hat off. You can have a cone head. And that's what we were saying, too. And we don't want a cone head.
No crazy eyes and no cone heads. Because, like I said,
no
I already
funky
have a
feet.
crazy eye.
Yeah.
It's not that bad, Nikki.
And here's the deal. Like, we just all have our shit. But at the end of the day, I think if we mesh with the person, we get a good, chemistry, we'll overlook things. And that's anybody. I think anybody can say stuff, right?
I think...
Like, I've had guys say no thick women. I'm a thick girl. They'll say no thick women. Then they meet me and they're, oh, fuck, you're hot. No, fuck you. You said no thick women. You know what I mean?
Right.
But you're overlooking it now.
Right. And I also think, though, the older we get, I don't want to say the less picky we get, but things are going to change. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'm still getting the same guy I got when I was 40. And I have to remember that. I'm fucking 52 now. You know what I mean? I got a lot better when I was 40 because I was younger.
Yeah.
But now I'm 12 years older. So I have to remember that.
And they have to remember that, too.
Right.
But those motherfuckers,
No,
they're
they-
still swiping right on the 28-year-olds.
Yeah, I know. I know what they're out there doing. That's why I'm still single.
So annoying.
I mean, I think sometimes we overlook things in the beginning because you do mesh well. But then as time goes on, if it's something that really bothers you,
It's going to show its head.
it's going to come back.
You're saying it's reverse. Mm-hmm. Oh.
Because you're like,
So I'm trying to
everything's
eliminate that
great.
at the beginning.
I know, but sometimes that's different.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true.
Well, we'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
And I know sometimes you want to skip this part, but I'm kind of excited because Amber came back, and I think that she's going to have JC stuff. So I want to do heat and wave.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah. I know. So you think because you were in Vegas and there's a lot of heat out there.
No, she can do a heat and wave. I'm not doing it.
Yeah. You don't like it?
I don't have a heat and a wave. You guys, my life is fucking boring, okay? I go to work, I come home.
Okay. I'm going to do my heat and wave.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. So my heat is obviously what makes me angry. And Amber will hear this when she listens to the beginning of our podcast. Fucking, it's an election year. If I hear that one more time, fuck off. Okay. My wave is that I'm going to do a shout out because I'm going to hashtag them and they better share this motherfucking shit. But we did Vibes Brunch today in Tower.
Awesome place.
Yes. And so my girl, she does the cockies thing all the time, but they're booked out. So she was looking online. She's like, oh, this Vibes sound looks really good. The brunch was great. The mimosas flowed. And they don't go around and pour. They leave a pitcher, which was nice. And we watched them. We're like, oh, fuck, we leave a pitcher. It's going to be all juice. No, we watched them. They pour the whole thing of champagne and the whole thing of pineapple juice. Or you pick crayon or pineapple.
Okay.
And the food was good. It was bad.
Where's it at?
It was Bad Bunny Nights in Tower District in Fresno.
Okay.
And Bad Bunny DJ was playing. So is the Latina Flair tonight.
Okay.
Or
He was
today.
just in Vegas Friday, Saturday night.
No, this
Bad
is the
Bunny
DJ.
DJ.
I know.
Bad Bunny was there or Bad
No,
Bunny
Bad
DJ?
Bunny's a performer.
Right, but his DJ. You mean his personal DJ?
No.
No.
This
Oh,
guy's
gotcha,
just
okay.
his specialty is like Bad
Got
Bunny.
it.
Bad Bunny
Okay,
songs.
got it,
Yeah,
got
yeah, okay. But he was playing that. So it was like Latina Flair, all day to day. And it was just awesome. It was my Renee, happy birthday. It was like a very intimate group of us and good vibes. And I like that because it's called Vibes, no pun. But highly recommend their brunch. And I'm thinking because Cockies has been so busy and they're booked out, like more people are chiming in like, let's do this brunch shit.
Right.
We don't have enough in town.
Let me ask you this. Was the tip included on your guys' bill?
Renee got the table, and I think gratuity and all that was included on.
She
she
bought-
bought a table, and then we all Venmoed her.
So it's one price?
Well, for a table, yeah. I mean, well, no, it wasn't one price. It was like per person at your table.
Right, but like it's $27.99 per person.
Yeah. I mean, I gave her $50. So I don't know.
Yeah, I
She
think
just
theirs
said-
is 50.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what I'm saying is like if you go to there's another place,
Okay.
another brunch place over on Willow and Herndon.
Okay.
And it's a menu and you order off the menu and everyone's price is different. Okay.
Oh, no, this was a blanket
Okay.
price.
I don't know if they had bottomless mimosas. I really enjoyed the food there. I really enjoyed the drinks there. They double booked us. It was a party of 12.
Wait, where are you talking about?
This place on Willow and Herndon.
You're not going to say the name.
I can say it. It's the brunch bar.
Okay.
The food was good. However, the service I felt was like the server seemed angry at us and the tip was included. So, and I know they were busy and I felt bad for her, but like they had 2 drinks on the menu. One was called like Not Your Mama's Juice and one was called like the Watermelon Spritzer. Okay. Very similar, but one had tequila, tequila enhanced sake because they can't use actual liquor. And the other one didn't. So the girl next to me ordered one. I ordered the other one. Well, when the girl comes over, she goes, I have 2 watermelon spritzers. And she puts them down. And I go, oh, I had the not your daughter's juice or whatever. She goes, oh, they're the same thing. And then she walked off. And I was like,
Rude.
I know, but in my head, I'm thinking,
Nikki,
if
that's
they're
your heat.
yeah. And I'm like, if they're the same thing, why don't you just call it that? Because I called it her attention when she was reading back our
the same thing. She
right.
just said that too.
When she was reading back our stuff, she said 2 watermelon spritzers. I go, oh no, I have the not your, and she said it. Oh, they're the same thing. And I go, okay, well then, then why are they on the menu as 2 different things? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She wasn't like rude, but she wasn't like friendly, and she probably would have gotten extra money from me.
Yeah.
Let alone the girl next, Bobby Joe.
Right.
Yeah, Bobby Joe and I probably would have tipped more.
See
but
what you do stuff? You're saying you're boring. Look at you went.
oh no, yeah,
You're
I
doing
know.
stuff. I see.
I see you there.
Lies.
I see you lie. You
All right,
lie on a bed of
Amber.
All
lies.
right, my heat is that I always check a fucking bag, and this time because I was like, oh, Friday to Sunday, I'll just do a duffel bag. Never doing it again.
What happened?
One, because I don't want to carry shit. I want to like drop my bag off and go about my day. And on the way there, the flight was booked full. So then I put my bag underneath, and then my feet are on top of it.
Bitch, it's 45 minutes.
I don't give a shit. No, okay. Maybe that's where I'm a little bougie. I'm like irritated. I'm like fucking people, you know. I'm like, okay, so that was my heat. And then I ended up I bought stuff while I was there.
You were one of the last people to get on then.
Oh yeah, I don't like getting on the plane.
Well, but if you
Right
got
away.
on, you could put that shit up above quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no,
She's
they
like,
were having the check bags anyway, even people's carry-on.
Yeah.
Because it's-
Did you fly Allegiant?
Yeah, it was Allegiant.
Oh God.
But I was trying to be like, oh, I don't need that much stuff. Well, my bag's overflowing, so and I bought stuff, so it didn't help. So that's
And that's why you're wearing 5 sweatshirts right now.
5. No,
You didn't have room for them in your bag. I see.
no, I
You
didn't.
can carry on shopping bags. I've done it.
Yeah,
And
that's
they'll
a little
accept.
hack. Yeah.
And I heard Allegiant, I think it's Allegiant or Southwest, one of them is going to start counting your blanket and pillow if you bring a blanket and
Shut
pillow
the fuck up.
as your carry-on
That's so
item.
stupid.
I'm gonna put my pillow like I'm pregnant.
There you go. So I'd say my wave.
Yeah.
My wave is that I don't have to work tomorrow, and everybody else that went to Vegas does.
Oh shit, they're all sad.
Yeah, they're all tired. I don't know. I am surprised I feel good today.
Yeah.
I woke up, no headache, no nothing.
She's about to feel better. We're going to get her a cocktail.
Yeah, I feel like I need a drink. So it's just been a long weekend.
She needs a drink to buff her drinks
to
that she
relax.
just had.
Yeah.
Like a vacation from her vacation.
Yeah, it's like a husa.
Who doesn't need a vacation from their
love
vacation?
it.
All right, girls. Well, let's wrap this up. We'll be getting on to our next podcast. We're going to get Amber a drink here real quick. So,
Subscribe.
oh yes, subscribe, share, listen, like, follow TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. You can find us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, Buzzsprout.
Just Google us.
Yeah, just Google Small Town
We
Big Mouth
appreciate
Podcast.
You guys.
We do. And I have to give a shout out because I totally forgot to do it on the last one. I had a girl that started following us because of the Clovis chat group that I put us in.
Oh, fun.
Nice.
Yeah,
I
and
love
she
that.
her name is Dawn Sibley. And I want to give a shout out to Dawn because she started following us because she saw us on there. She liked it. She listened to the first episode and she goes, I wasn't really sure. And then I was like, private message me and let me know. And she goes, you guys started talking about astronauts and I just wasn't sure if it was for me. Yeah. And I was like, oh my God, it's because we
Remember
were
back
talking
in the
about him
day?
shitting in space? Or was it because we were talking about him jacking off in space? And then she's like, I just wasn't sure where the podcast was going because it was talking about astronauts. And then she goes, and then I kept listening and I realized, okay, they're talking about a current
Funny-
event. Yeah.
and funny shit.
Exactly.
And my friend Morgan Bodden, I just was with her at Crow and Wolf, and she listened to our OnlyFans part 1 and part 2.
Yeah.
It was like, she was like, that was the first ones I chimed in. But what she said, what I love, she's like, you guys do a really good job. And the audio quality is surprisingly good. Because I told her, we could probably do better on that, but we're still learning.
Right.
We're a little green. And she goes, no, I think you guys are awesome. She goes, you guys flow. You're connected, and the audio, she goes, I'm definitely like, you're going to be a podcast I listen to.
Thank you, Morgan. And thank you, Dawn. And we appreciate all of our listeners. And
I was out sticking stickers this weekend.
Yeah, all over
my gosh,
Vegas.
I saw.
We'll give a shout out to our new Vegas listeners when they see their stickers. Okay, you guys, we will see you on the flip side. Roger that.
Roger that.
Roger that.